It is about people's lives and livelihoods. Let them be reminded that even the accompanying legislation on investment in bonds require that 75% of it be invested in those government treasuries. The state of our economy, as I have stated, is an economy which is standing in default to its creditors, both domestic and international. Effects on individual bondholders. The inclusion of individual bondholders in the domestic exchange program, contrary to initial assurances from both the president and his finance minister, will all but wipe out Ghana's middle income status and impose high suffering on them, their families, and their dependents. So how come that initially they themselves were convinced that individual bonds will not be affected? What explains the sudden U-turn? We demand transparency, and they are simply not transparent, even in the way they are managing this particular matter. Yesterday, about 1.3 million affected individual bondholders petitioned Parliament for a reversal of the government's debt exchange program. Another justification of our position that the initiative be suspended. The largest and voluminous petition in a single matter ever presented to Parliament in our country's history. It is inconceivable to accept that individual bonds will be affected by a domestic debt exchange program. From the onset, there has been clear inconsistencies in pronouncement and the actual implementation. The haircut is now real. Nana Addo Dankwa and Bawumia, give us a break. We kind of react when you say there will be no haircut. You cannot borrow us into a ditch, a bottomless pit, and then wake up and without any transparency, they are now seeking to enter people's pockets. That's what they are seeking to do when they emphasize and include the individual bonds. So it is a recommendation of this minority that the domestic debt exchange program, in our considered view, will create extreme hardships for millions of Ghanaians and existing financial institutions and insurance companies. And therefore, if Nana Addo Dankwa and Dr. Bawumia had heeded to counsel from the opposition, and even from some of the Kwame Pianim and Co., we will recognize people who speak with wit and wisdom. They would not have plunged this country into this irredeemable economic crisis. It is obvious that Nana Addo Dankwa is transferring the responsibility to address the debt burden he has created through his irresponsible borrowing and populist fiscal policies to innocent Ghanaians and to the financial sector, and cleverly into the future that he does not belong, post-2024. This means that we in the minority, we are demanding major expenditure cuts as a manifestation of fiscal prudence for purpose of achieving fiscal consolidation. They are asking individuals forcefully to forfeit interest and principal payment due them. That is unlawful. In strict contractual terms, a breach of contract.